Hey ladies, so I want to show you a fantastic technique using some of our thin cuts. This is one sample of a card that you can make using this technique, and it really features our block letter thin cuts, which this month, as part of our thin cut sale, these are on sale and they're a fabulous deal. In fact, you can get a bundle that includes the block letters as well as the block numbers together at a discount. And I think the discount minimum is 25%. So some great deals to be had in order to do some of this fun stuff. And this is probably one of my favorite thin cuts lately because it's so easy to make titles and do different things with cards and other scrapbooking projects. So let's talk a little bit about what I did here. To start this project off, I grabbed a sheet of cardstock or pattern paper. In this case, I am using the Make Waves paper, and I just love this purple. The back of it is this great green scale print. It's a mermaid theme paper, so you get some pretty beautiful stuff. Now, I wanted to make a birthday card because, well, my daughter is off to another birthday party today and has another one, I believe, next weekend, so 'tis the season. The next thing you're going to want to do is identify where your middle point is because you want your word to be centered. For example, like here, and you want it to all line up, you kind of want to make sure you have your midway point. So what I do as a really simple way, and so that I'm not marking paper, is I just give a little crease to the midway point, and that's what I use to line up my alphabet. And happy, I made the P, one P kind of midway, and I followed the line of dots, which was a great way to make sure they all lined up. So what you're going to do is you're going to build your word like so. And when you're happy with the placement, you're going to use some low stick washi tape to hold them to the paper. And the reason you want to do that is because the last thing you want when you finally got your letters all positioned where you want them is for them to move as you put them through your machine. So stick them down, add your layers, and then you can put them through the Cuttlebug. I'll show you what I get with this. All right, and when it comes out, you will have the hole where your letters once were. So in this case, I need to add more letters. I know that. Happy is spelled with a couple more letters than what I have here on the sample piece. But I wanted to talk a little bit about some of the other techniques you can do with this. So in some of the cards I've made in the past, I've used the same color of letters, and I've simply used foam tape to pop them up. So it almost looks like the letters are coming out of the paper, and that is a really fun technique. And it is even more fun when you stamp across a piece of paper and then pop the letters out. And I hopefully will be able to show you a few samples of that in just a second. So in this case, I wanted some contrast. So I took gold glitter paper and I also used that to cut out my thin cuts, but I kept the inside purple pieces from the first cut letters. And I'll keep those letters because I can use those on another project. Those purple pieces went back in, I glued them down. The letters in Happy, you can see there's foam square, and I've popped these up. And then I added a birthday sentiment from this stamp set, which I absolutely adore. This is called A Slice of Happy, and this is only available in the Stargazer card making workshop. But it's such a great set if you do a lot of birthday cards. And since I have a teenager and he goes to birthdays still, the pizza was very fitting for all of his friends. So after that, I added some of the Make Waves sequins and gems. There you go. And look how beautiful these flowers are. So I see Lois and Wendy. Hi, ladies. Wendy, you're asking if these are the block letters that are on sale. And yes, indeed, you can get these in the sale at the 25% off. And they even come in a bundle with the numbers. Now, everything's while supplies last, and a certain supply has been set aside for this sale since some of these are still current product. So the one thing I would caution you is not to delay. The thin cut sale has been really, really popular already. I have had quite a few orders and customers ordering, and so far nothing's been sold out. But there are thin cuts brought back from past catalogs that are available again as well as current ones at that sale price. So I do expect that at some point we're going to see our quantities run out because people are taking advantage. So let me grab the other cards to show you some other ideas. All right, so these cards are using a stamp set that we don't sell anymore, so please don't ask about it because I only have mine and I love it. So you can see here I did the exact same thing using the word fall, but I've got a fall kind of landscape happening across all the letters. So for this one, what I did was I stamped on white cardstock, stamped the image across, then I lined up the block letters and cut, so that not only did I get the pattern cut across, but then I could pop that up and keep the pattern intact. So a really beautiful technique, very simple to do. Here's another one, same stamp set. It works really great with landscapes, but it really could work really well with a bunch of other stamped images as well. Now with these ones, I use the thinner foam tape. So the contrast between the letters is not as noticeable, and I really would recommend you use the full width of foam tape that we sell for this project. So this one says boo, and you can see it's got the fun, scary landscape, and it's popped up, and that's really fun. So a few ideas, very simple ideas to use with these block letters, and honestly, if you're to get one thin cut and treat yourself with something that's such a great discount, this is a thin cut to get, honestly. It is such a good deal, and at 25% off, you're saving a big chunk of change because this is not a cheap thin cut to begin with. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this technique. Look forward to at least 1 or 2 more this month. Hopefully my family goes out for afternoons a little more often. And if you have any questions, just post them in the comments below and I'll make sure I answer throughout the afternoon. See you later. Bye.